This your boy Dope Seed, aka Sydney, straight out of Mississippi. This is pilot one for Common Sense Conversation. As you can see, I'm already faded, so the next pilot I won't be. I'll be getting faded as we speak. But a little background on me. Born and raised Mississippi. Been in Texas for a while, over 25 years. And I don't know, got a lot to say. Got a lot of opinions to express. Um, Hear a lot of bullshit on the internet and podcasts and whatever. So I'm just here to give my 2 cents. I represent the South. Um, I'm an old dude, so I've been through a whole lot of trials and tribulations, and for the most part, it's been a really, really good experience for me. And when I say I represent the South, that's saying a lot, because I hear a lot of people say that they represent the South. Well, what about the South that you represent? Um, and how can you represent the whole South? That's a powerful statement. So when I say I represent the South, I'm saying it in the context of I hope that dudes from my area, my part of Mississippi, uh, my part of Texas, can say, hey, this guy at least acknowledges and got the experience or the information to say, yeah, we don't totally agree with what he's saying all the time, but he got an idea of what he's talking about. And yes, we agree or disagree, but we do understand where he's coming from. No matter what the opinion is or what the topic is. So when I say I represent the South, that doesn't mean that I'm right about everything I'm saying, but I'm giving a perspective about people from my area, around my age with similar experience, and maybe we can bond and talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. But once again, like I said, this is a pilot for common sense conversation. Background: grew up in a two-parent home, mother and father. Father Sydney, mother I'd rather not say, but from a little small town, Hazelhurst, Mississippi. Um, Embraced the South. I embraced my neighborhood. I embraced everything about where I was from. It's a lot of family oriented, a real family oriented place. Um, as I've traveled throughout the country and the world, people always ask me, "Hey, man, Mississippi that racist?" And I always, I always reply by saying, "I never experienced real racism until I moved to Texas, because in Mississippi, we never really wanted to go to the white folks' pool or go to the white folks' school, or particularly even hang around the white boys. We had our own clique. We had our own friends, our own baseball field, our own pool, with our own school. So it wasn't a real big deal about hanging around white folks. So it was a lot of love. It was community love. I knew everybody. Everybody knew me. It's just what it was. It was a good experience for me. So I never really even saw the racism. Plus, I was young and I wasn't in the job market, so I wasn't competing with white boys for certain positions and stuff like that. And but to a degree, I guess you see it. Like I worked at the chicken plant, which was the best job I ever had. I mean, if they had been paying me $12 an hour, I probably would have retired at the chicken plant. That's the best job I ever had. And all the black folks was on the floor. All the white folks had supervisor and foreman jobs. So I guess that was racism. Um, but I guess when you're young, you don't really look at it like that. Plus, we wouldn't even care. As long as you got some overtime and made a little money, then you didn't really look at it like that. At least I didn't. I was too young to even recognize that. And all over the world, all over the United States, I know that's the only thing the black man is actually asking for. Only thing we want is a job to be able to provide for our family, party on the weekends, and worship on whatever your Sabbath day is. Black folks ain't never asked for a whole lot of material things. You give us a good job, we'll leave you alone. White folks, you give us a good job, some insurance, we'll leave you alone. We never want to be supremacists. We just want to live and be comfortable. And you can ask every white man around you, a white person around you, and they tell you the same thing. I don't want to rule you. I just want to be left alone and treated fair. And when I say fair, I mean to a degree of fairness. Give me a decent job, some insurance to where I'm comfortable. I ain't got to live next to you. I ain't got to make as much money as you. But as long as I can feed my family and buy me a pair of shoes, ride me an okay car, most of us are cool. But white folks don't even want to give you that. They don't want to see you with nothing. And hence goes the problem. Because we've always had a knack to get it like we live. We gonna get it like we live. We gonna get it. One way or another, black men or black people are going to get it. You can't keep it from us. So you can do it the easy way or you can do it the hard way. And for the last couple of 100 years, they just chose the hard way and just not knowing. You want to keep a motherfucking fighting pit bull at bay? Feed him. Fuck around, don't feed him, he gonna bite your ass. That's just human nature. Ain't nobody gonna go around here hungry. You know what I mean? So the topic I want to talk about today was why do niggas mean mug each other? Why do we mean mug each other? Why when we pass each other in the streets or all over the place, you see another black man and you look at him like you hate him and you don't even know him. And I'm not even talking about just young people, because I guess I used to do that when I was younger, but that wasn't really in my DNA. Because coming up from Mississippi, we always speak. You might speak 10 fucking times before you get out of your block. You know, because everybody, hey, what's up, Sid? What's up, dope? And it wasn't no problem. Man, like it was a burden. You just speaking. You know, what is it to throw your hand up, do the peace sign, or say hello, Miss Jones, or hello, Miss Smith, or whatever the case may be. So, what is it about black men mean mugging each other? Um, as I've gotten older, I go out of my way if I see a black brother to say, "Hey, man, how you doing?" If I see him coming through, what's up, brother? With a smile, what's up, brother? What's up? And if he got some enthusiasm, that might turn into a conversation. Next thing you know, I'm dropping him game and he dropping me game. And it just makes your day go by a whole lot better. Sisters, oh my God, y'all are the worst. I don't want to just dog out my sisters, but it has been so many times I passed a sister. How you doing, miss? Uh, hey, how you doing? Just something simple. And it's always this, all right, I'm doing okay. Like, every dude that pass you is finna ask you for some pussy or some money. Please get that out of your head. Please get that out of your head. I've actually helped sisters. Like, you got too many bags in your hand, and I might give me one of them bags or whatever the case may be. Carry it to your car, and still don't get no love. Like, okay, nigga, what are you supposed to do that? So I don't know. Maybe y'all know why we do that to each other. But I've been trying to figure that out for a while. Like, why do we mean mug each other? Why you hate a man that you don't even know? Uh, I understand that you ain't supposed to just stand around and just smile at everybody. You know, you look retarded doing that kind of shit. But at the same time, if I take time out of my morning or my day, and it's not, like I said, it's not a burden for me. But if I take the time out to say, well, how you doing, brother? Good morning, brother. How you doing? For you to look back at me and then, it just puzzles me. Like, I know people go through things or whatever the case may be. And me personally, I try not to ever bring my personal issues with me outside of my home or outside of my bedroom or outside of my room. You know what I mean? When I get outside, I try to treat everybody as if they love me until they prove that they don't love me or like me or however you want to put it. But it's just an interesting concept that we mean mug each other. And I've always tried to understand, why do we do that? I don't know. And I wonder, is that a US of A thing? Because I've been around African people, true African people, and I've seen us come in at the same time and we're in the same spot, getting off the same plane or the same bus, and the African men and women will gather together and treat each other with so much love and respect. And hey, brother, where you from? And they will just love each other, like excited to see another brother, no matter what part of Africa they're from. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm jealous of that. That I'm really, really jealous of that. And meanwhile, while us, you know, I'm one of them types, man. I keep to myself a lot, probably to a fault. But at the same time, if I'm around men, especially men of my age, that I know ain't gonna act a fool, I'll break the ice. Hey man, what's up? Where you from? Oh, Chicago? Okay, I got a cousin from Chicago. Are you from Texas? Okay. Well, I live in Texas. Are you from Mississippi? Now I'm typically drawn from people from the South. If you from Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, I tend to get along with those people a whole lot better than I do from, per se, New York or Chicago. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with dudes from Chicago or New York, but we definitely on a whole nother wavelength. Them dudes is, I don't know, it's just different. It's like dudes from New Orleans. I done met some good dudes from New Orleans, but every time I meet a new guy from New Orleans, I'm like, okay, I gotta really see where they from, because them some real different. No, them some different people. I worked in New Orleans. Matter of fact, I did my apprenticeship in Baton Rouge, so yeah, I've been in that area for many times, and I had some dear friends there. But you gotta watch yourself. In Louisiana, you gotta watch yourself. Um, I guess like Jackson, you gotta watch yourself. But you know, being from the country, you sort of pick up on other dudes from the country, and y'all more are in tune with each other. You know what I mean? If that even makes sense. Like you meet a dude from New York, y'all treat each other with a harshness that you two understand and comfortable with. Whilst dudes from the South may get offended at that harshness because we don't know your culture like that. And you don't know our culture like that. So, different strokes for different folks. But the Africans, man, oh, I wish we got along like those people did. Those people did when I was in that zone. But don't get me wrong, Africans kill Africans too. So I'm not not bragging on the whole continent, but from what I've seen, um, they just treat each other with a little more politeness. But like I said, that doesn't go through the whole continent, because Africa known to be warring against each other, whatever the case may be. And I wish I could find out what the root of that is, and maybe I can find out what the root of that is, knowing how nice those people are and how generous those people are. And maybe I can get to the bottom of what we going through, because everything started from there. But I've been to Africa a couple of times, man, and I experienced nothing but love. I mean, those people are really, really been good to me. And here in the United States, I've been all over the place: Arkansas, Kentucky, New York, Texas, Oklahoma. I've had some good experiences here also. But I think I don't want to toot my own horn, but you have to be a good person to get treated like a good person. So as long as you are keeping, as long as you know how to move within circles, most of the time you don't even get any friction. So I've made plenty of good friends. Like I said, I'm not open. I'm not an open book, but I'm not a closed book either. But the main thing is just knowing yourself and knowing your surroundings and recognizing people. I think that is, matter of fact, I don't think. I know that's my superpower. My superpower is common sense. And that's why I named this podcast Common Sense Conversation. Because I recognize people, I recognize tendencies. I can almost, from the first 10 minutes of talking to someone, I can just about tell you what they're about or what they ain't about. They safe, they dangerous, they bullshit, they not bullshitting. And don't get me wrong, sometimes you need a bullshitting ass partner. You need a bullshitting ass friend. Sometimes you need a straight lace friend. Sometimes you need a nerd friend. And I think a lot of the times we don't know that. We don't you need to know who to trust in what situation. If this dude here um got 20 fucking girlfriends and they're all attracted to him, you might not want to ask him to pick your old lady up from work. You know what I mean? he might not be the one you can trust with your old lady. But if this motherfucker here is always asking you for loans and shit, you know what I mean? You might not want to invest into a big money project with him. So it's all about knowing situations and knowing people and recognizing people. I guess we call it recognize game recognize game. So you have to, the wrong word is use your friends, but you have to apply your friends into your world accordingly and know who's your strength on this and who's your weaknesses on that, and apply that accordingly. Uh, I credit myself for having a lot of strengths. Of course, I got weaknesses, but I do have a lot of strengths, and one is being truthful. I guess. I mean, everybody tell lies, but um, if I tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. If I can't, I'm gonna call you and tell you, hey man, I can't do this at this time, and it's because of woo 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 and woo, and I'll get you later. I'm not gonna leave you hanging, um, because that's the one thing you got to stand on is your word. If you can't stand on your word, you can't stand on nothing. You know what I mean? So yeah, I try to do what I say and say what I'm gonna do. And if I can't do what I say I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tell you why and give you a reason why, and we gonna handle it up another day. I ain't gonna forget about it, but we just gonna handle it another time because I couldn't do it. But yeah, that's the background on me. Like I say, the podcast is Common Sense Conversation. My name is Dope, Dope Seed. Um, I'll try this again another day, get a little more smooth with it. And hopefully, me and these dudes from the South, especially Mississippi, I hope I can represent Mississippi. I hope I can. And what these dudes will be proud of what I'm saying. And we can just talk, just talk about everyday stuff. You know what I mean? Let's bounce ideas off each other. And you bounce one off me, I bounce one off you, and we see where it goes to. But anyway, peace out, much love, until the next time.